Can you solve all these Class 10 Political Science Chapter 7 Outcomes of Democracy questions? Recognize odd one. Valid point. BD is true. Democracy protects. Nice work. Dignity of individual fits perfectly. Democracy can lead to. Great thinking. All the above is right. Sri Lanka reminds us of. Nice selection. Majoritarianism is correct. Rosa Parks still inspires. Exactly. Civil rights make sense. When was the BJP founded? Great, 1980 is accurate. A democratic government is. Nicely done. All of the above is solid. Political outcomes signifies. Sharp thinking. Accountable and responsible government is right. Rule of the people known as. Well picked. Democracy is correct. Democracy is dash government. Right again. Legitimate is valid. Party system followed in India. You're right. Multi-party system is correct. Rule of majority is not found in. Excellent. Democracy is well-reasoned. In democracy, demos refers to clear logic. Common people is sound. Democracy is based on the idea of. Well done. Deliberation is right. We can judge democracy by its dash. Good thinking. Outcomes is right. The successful democracy needs dash. On track. All is correct. Legally chosen government is called. Correct response. Legitimate government is accurate. To have long and careful discussions. Strong choice. Deliberations is right. Democracy is seen to be good in dash. Smart pick. Principle is correct. What is the guiding philosophy of BJP? Bravo. Modernity is the answer. Which is a better form of government? Perfect. Democracy is the one. Expected outcome of democracy is dash. You chose all of these. Correct. When was democracy introduced in India? Right choice. 950 is best. Democracy enhances dash of the individual. Excellent choice. Dignity is right. What type of democracy is there in India? You got it. Indirect democracy fits. Dash and dash she opinions are not permanent. Smart move. Majority minority is accurate answer. Democracy is good in principle but bad in. Good job. Practice works well. Discussions aimed at reaching an agreement. Well reasoned. Negotiation is correct. The most important outcome of democracy is. Solid response. Both of them is valid. Democracy is felt to be not so good in its. Correct. Both A and B is spot on. Democracy word is derived from which words? Right choice. Demos and Croatia is best. What are the different aspects of democracy? Correct. All the above is spot on. Which type of government exists in the world? Good thinking. Democracy is right. Select the nearest term related to democracy. Bravo. Elected head is the answer. Dash that its examination never gets over. Solid response. Democracy is valid. Which country prefers least democratic ideas? Smart pick. Pakistan is correct. Democracy often dash the needs of the people. Nice work. Frustrates fits perfectly. Expected and actual outcomes of democracy are. Right again. Sometimes different is valid. Dash, that democracy pays is perhaps worth it. You chose cost of time, correct? Political parties are allotted symbols by dash. Nicely done. The Election Commission is solid. Economic inequalities exist in all democracies. You got it. True fits. Democracies are mostly based on dash equality. Perfect. Political is the one. Which country tops in the inequality of income? Well reasoned. South Africa is correct. Democracy is dash to the needs of its citizens. Well picked. Responsive is correct. The majority always needs to work with the dash. Nice selection. Minority is correct. People complaining about democracy show that dash. Great job. People are aware is accurate. Accommodation of social diversity is practiced in. Exactly. Belgium makes sense. Democracy can create dash for achieving something. Great thinking. Conditions is right. Many countries of the world claim and practice dash. Strong choice. Democracy is right. Which type of election should be there in democracy? Smart move. All of these is accurate answer. In assessing democracy, which one is the odd one out? Valid point. Rule of majority is true. Which of the following is not a feature of democracy? Good job. Censorship of public opinion works well. Democracy is not simply ruled by the majority opinion. Correct response. True is accurate. Most societies across the world were historically dash. You're right. Male-dominated is correct. Democracy is based on the idea of dash, then a negotiation. Well done. Deliberation is right. Rule of law is the feature of which form of government? On track. Democracy is correct. People feel that democracy is better as it promotes dash. Excellent choice. All is right. Democracy even ensures the decision-making based on dash. Sharp thinking. Both A and B is right. Democracy led to peaceful and dash life of its citizens. Excellent. Harmonious is well reasoned. Goft of Belgium was able to negotiate difference between. Clear logic. Two-lingual community is sound. An example of a country where two-party system exists dash. Solid response. United Kingdom is valid. Which one of the following countries has one-party system? Smart pick. China is correct. Majority stands much a dash to any other form of government. Exactly. Underprivileged makes sense. Which one of the following is a national political party? correct. Bahujan Samaj Party is spot on. Which of these is not a good option for a democratic state? Strong choice. One-party system is right. Which country has democratic government since independence? Right again. India is valid. Name the political party that emerged out of mass movement. Excellent. Janata Dal is well reasoned. It is a government which is chosen legally by its citizens. You chose legitimate government. Correct. Which regime is best suited to accommodate social diversity? Valid point. A democratic regime is true. An example of a country having the multi-party system is Dash. You got it? India fits. In democracy, we do come across evil practices such as Dash. You're right. Both A and a B is correct. 3 economic development depends on the following factors except. Well done. Dictatorship government is right. Which government in South Asia doesn't have a democratic government? Well picked. Bhutan is correct. In democracy, the dignity and freedom is ensured through Dash. Good thinking. Legal and moral forces is right. Which country has the most overwhelming support for democracy? Well reasoned. Bangladesh is correct. Who among the following recognizes political parties in India? Nice selection. Election Commission is correct. Which country in South Asia never had a democratic government? Nice work. Bhutan fits perfectly. The political party which believes in Marxism-Leninism is Dash. Correct response. Communist Party of India is accurate. Democracy is better form of government when compared with Dash. Bravo. Dictatorship is the answer. Which factor is often missing from a non-democratic government? Perfect. Transparency is the one. In India, how many seats are reserved for women in local bodies? Nicely done. 1P3 is solid. Which of the following issues does democracy help in resolving? Ooh. Right choice. Communalism is best. Which government is elected by people and responsible for people? Sharp thinking. Accountable is right. Following practices, institutions are useful to measure democracy. Ooh. Good job. All the above works well. No deliberation and negotiation for taking decisions is a part of. Smart move. Non-democratic government is accurate answer. Which of the following forms of government has support in general? On track. Democracy is correct. Individual respect and freedom is enshrined in the Constitution of. Great thinking. Democracy is right. Democracy is preferred over dictatorship everywhere except Pakistan. Excellent choice. Correct is right. Democracy has the right and the means to examine the process of Dash. Clear logic. Decision-making is sound. How many countries of the world have democratic setup of government? Great job. More than 100 countires is accurate. In which of these countries half of the population lives in poverty? Excellent choice. Bangladesh is right. When and under whose leadership was Bahujan Samaj Party formed? Right again. 1984. Kanshi Ram is valid. Which one of the following is considered the best form of government? Well reasoned. Democracy is correct. System which can reduce possibility of tension among different groups. Great job. Democracy is accurate. The political parties and democratic government is accountable to dash. You chose people. Correct. A public expression dash of shows the success of the democratic project. Sharp thinking, dissatisfaction with democracy is right. When all the powers are vested in a single or group of persons is called. Well picked. Dictatorship is correct. Unlike dictatorships, most democracies have failed to produce development. Good job. True works well. The dash of democracy to achieve higher economic development worries us. Bravo. Inability is the answer. Which of these values have the moral and legal sanctions in a democracy? Correct. Both and is spot on. People should be vigilant and participate actively in the process of dash. Great thinking. All is right. Which one of the following features is common to most of the democracies? On track. All of the above is correct. Among the following countries, which country tops in inequality of income? E. Excellent. South Africa is well reasoned. A ruler with total power over a country who has obtained control by force. Solid response. Dictator is valid. Among the following regimes, which have the lowest rate of economic growth? You got it. All democratic regimes fits. Form of government in which one person or small group possess absolute power. Nice work. Dictatorship fits perfectly. Democracy transforms people from the status of a subject into that of a dash. Perfect. Citizens is the one. In South Asian continent. Which of the following is not a democratic nation? Exactly. Bhutan makes sense. Which of these alliances were there in 2004 parliamentary elections in India? Correct response. All the above is accurate. Democratic governments do not have a very good record when it comes to dash. Nicely done. Sharing information with citizens is solid. The fact that people are complaining is itself a testimony to the success of. Nice selection. Democracy is correct. State true Z false. Military rule form of government has a support in general. Smart pick. False is correct. Societies can fully and permanently resolve conflicts among different groups. Right choice. False is best. State true of false. Democracy offers certain economical and social rights also. You're right. True is correct. A government that takes decision by following norms and a proper procedure is. Strong choice. A transparent government is right. Which one of the following is not the way to resolve a conflict in a democracy? Smart move. Armed revolution is accurate answer. Which among the following has a higher rate of economic growth and development? Clear logic? Dictatorships is sound. In the context of assessing democracy, which among the following is odd one out? Well done. Majority rule is right. In which of the following states does Shiv Sena exist as a regional political party? Good thinking. Maharashtra is right. Long struggles by women have created some sensitivity today that respect to and dash. Valid point. Equal treatment of women is true. Who said, democracy as government of the people, by the people and for the people. Good job. Abraham Lincoln works well. An extremely wicked or cruel act, typically one involving physical violence or injury. You got it. Atrocities fits. State truth false. Responsive and accountable government are the results of democracy. Excellent choice. True is right. In which one of the following countries is democracy not preferred over dictatorship? Bravo, Pakistan is the answer. Is democracy all about coping with multiple pressures and accommodating diverse demands? Right choice. Yes is best. Non-democratic regimes often turn a blind eye to or suppress internal social differences. Perfect. True is the one. What is a signed document submitted to an officer regarding his/her personal information? Great job. Affidavit is accurate. Dash do not have very good record when it comes to sharing information with its citizens. Right again. Democracy is valid. Which one of the following is the most popular form of government in the contemporary world? Correct. Democracy is spot on. Which among the following countries is a perfect example of accommodation of social diversity? Strong choice. Belgium is right. Which of the following can be a possible percent for the people who lie above poverty line in Bangladesh? Or exactly, 40% makes sense. Ability to handle social differences, divisions and conflicts is thus a definite plus point of dash. Clear logic. Democracy is sound. Democratic governments do not have a very good record when it comes to sharing information with citizens. Well picked. True is correct. If a government is providing its citizens a right and means to examine the process of decision, then it is. Smart move. An accountable government is accurate answer. In the context of assessing democracy, which among the following is odd one out? Democracies need to ensure sharp thinking. Majority rule is right. A citizen has the right and the means to examine the process of decision-making. This is known as democracy. Correct response. Correct is accurate. It stands much superior to any other form of government in promoting dignity and freedom of the individual. Well done. Democracy is right. The most basic outcome of democracy should be that it produces a government that is accountable to the dash. Valid point. Citizens is true. The majority always need to work with the minority so that government function to represent the general view. On track? Correct is correct. Which one of the following facilities is offered by the Election Commission to a recognized political party? Solid response. Election symbol is valid. In a country, if the ultimate power goes in the hands of king or queen, then such type of government is called. Nicely done. Monarchy is solid. Decisions taken by which type of government are likely to be more acceptable to the people and more effective? You're right. Democratic government is correct. Which of the following forms of government has had a better rate of economic growth in the past 50 years or so? Well reasoned. Dictatorships is correct. This picture represent. You chose economic inequality. Correct. If in a democracy, a citizen has a right and means to examine the process of decision-making, it is known as dash. Nice work. Transparency fits perfectly. Which regime usually develops a procedure to conduct social competition and reduce the possibility of social tension? Poor. Great thinking. Democratic regime is right. Match the following codes. Good thinking. 4, 3, 2, 1 is right. In a democratic government, a citizen has the right and the means to examine the decisions taken by the governed. It is known as smart pick. Transparency is correct. Study the image and answer the question. Excellent. B1, C2 is well reasoned. Democracy helps promote dash among dash. Nice selection. Equality, citizens is correct. Political outcomes signifies I accountable and responsible government, military rule, legitimate government, restricted popular, or you chose I and E, correct? How many parties are needed in any democratic system to compete in elections and provide a fair chance for the competing parties to come to power? Smart move. At least 2 parties is accurate answer. It is important that the government is dash to its citizens. Well done. Accountable is right. Democracies have lower rates of dashed growth than dictatorships. You got it? Economical fits. 5 state. True or false. The difference in the rates of economic development between less developed countries with dictatorships and democracies is negligible. Smart pick. True is correct. This picture is representing positive example of democratic politics on track. Social divisions is correct. Who was the woman on the bus that started the American civil rights movement? Nicely done. Rosa Parks is solid. In the shown illustration, one feature of democracy is clearly highlighted. Identify from among the following. Excellent. Accommodation is well reasoned. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format. Correct response. Contact Narayan Changder on Facebook is accurate